Good morning, I'm Robin from Wongutha Weekly, and I will be bringing you the news of the past week. And this is Pedro, our roving reporter.
Hello.
So on Tuesday, the bushrangers went to Lake Warden to plant native trees with Robin from the South Coast Resource Management. And it was very windy, but we all had fun. So we're at the Kepwari wetlands, which is the local Noongar word for the Lake Warden wetlands. These wetlands are internationally recognised for the special birds that come down from the Arctic Circle every year. So they fly all the way from Russia, Siberia, Japan and Korea and China, all the way down to Esperance via Broome. And so Broome is a very important stopover point for them where they can fatten up after their big journey as they come down to Esperance. So these wetlands here in Esperance are really important feeding habitat for the birds, and they breed up in the northern hemisphere and come down here every summer. So summer up there, summer down here. So the threats to these wetlands, there's quite a few of them. One of them is that there's too much water in the wetlands. So the farming that's happened in the last 50 years in the catchment has meant more water has been getting down into the lakes than there was historically, and that's meant the wetlands have filled up with water, and it's killed some of the bush around the outside of the wetlands because they're too full. And it's also meant that the habitat, that those little shorebirds that migrate from the Arctic every year, they have lost some of their feeding habitat because they need the shallow water and the mud around the outside of the lakes to be able to feed in. And if the lakes are too full, you lose that habitat. So the Wongutha students today are doing a really important thing, and that is planting some vegetation, some native plants back around the edge of the wetland. And they're doing it in a really significant spot. And that spot is where there was a pipeline built many years ago. And that pipeline is trying to lower the level of the Lake Warden wetlands, so Lake Wheatfield, Woody Lake and Windabout Lake, so that that shoreline habitat is there for those birds that come from the Arctic every year. So they are planting trees back. They are planting trees that can handle dieback, because there's Phytophthora dieback, we're worried is here as well. And yeah, so they're making habitat for the animals and the plants around the wetlands.
Good afternoon, Murph. Like, how was the game on Saturday morning?
Yeah, it was right.
That's cool. Did you win or lose?
We won.
That was against Gibson, eh?
Yeah, against Griffin, no.
Yeah, that's the first time losing, eh?
Yeah, first time losing. Had a good game, no?
That's good. How many goals you kicked?
I kicked 6 goals. I kicked 4 in the second quarter and 2 in the first quarter.
That's pretty boss, pretty boss. And was it good? Like the weather was good?
Yeah, sun was out.
That's good, that's good. No injuries?
No injuries.
That's good, that's good. I heard that you've been coughing on the field, eh?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
No?
And
Yeah.
but you right now
Yeah, I'm right.
to play this week's game?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Should be right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you for your time and hope to get you sometime. See ya. Thank you. Good morning, y'all again. I'm back with news, and I'm here to talk about like the campsite that we'll be staying around with, and like the scenery we got at the back, you know, good view, and yeah, just show you around the camp. So. Now this is all the bunk beds that we all slept on, and this is my one here where I sleep. And yeah, it's pretty cold last night, but you know, it was not too bad as well.
Hello guys, we're back for Wongutha News, and I'm here to talk about Temporary Bowling Night, you know. We're going to be having fun tonight. Yeah, look over here, look out. And then, as you can see, it's kind of busy tonight, kind of busy. Yeah. So, you know,